Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to leg day. Today we're going to need a mini band. A nice little blue one here. We're going to be on a timer. We're going to be working on 1 minute cycles with 20 seconds of transition. We have 3 rounds of work. I also have a set of 25-pound dumbbells that I'm going to be using today. And then I need a little towel / cushion because we're going to be doing some stuff from we're going to be prone on the ground lying, and my pelvis, my hip bones get a little bit irritated by laying on them on the ground. So let's come down and get a little warm up, and then we'll get going on everything from there. All right, hug those knees into the chest. Let's take a couple deep breaths in, deep breaths out. See if you can get your knees all the way to push together. Good. Couple more deep breaths. And then keep your left leg bent and let's extend the right leg up. Straighten a little bit and stretch through your hamstring. Drop the right knee, lift the left leg. Whew. Already a little tight feeling in there. Super fun hike yesterday. Got my legs, but it'll be good to hit them back up today. Keep the fun going, right? Okay, straighten both legs. Grab around those ankles or calves or thighs, and then rotate your feet one direction and then the other. Pops and cracks through the ankles and toes, in and out. Okay, drop your right leg down so that it's hovering just across or up off the ground, and then tighten across your core. Pull on that left leg and then switch. Please take your time to find flexion through the core. Don't rely on just the movement to flex for you. Dig deep through your pelvic floor muscles. Just switching back and forth here. Dig deep through the front of the belly. Feel like your rib cage is tucking in. I hope you all are finding that. So important to connect with your core, especially if you ever have like low back issues or trouble. That is how you keep that from getting worse. Flip over for me. Keep that low back happy. It really all is about your core connection, concentration through flexion there. So reach your arms way out in front, and then let's go ahead and find that core. So here, see if you can find your pelvic floor muscles. So tuck up through your crotch. There's kind of no other way to say it. Tighten that low belly. So see if you can feel like your pubic bone is kind of tucking up towards your belly button. And then as you exhale, see if you can feel your rib cage tighten all in on itself. So we got to have that core going strong. Okay, come up. We're going to go cat-cow, and then we're going to get started. Inhale, push your chest forward. Exhale and round. Inhale forward. Exhale and round. 2 more. Actively flex your core here when you're rounding. Again, don't just, let the body move, but notice what's going on. Grab the back, tuck those triceps in. Get into the core as you round. Okay. Grab your mini band. We're going to have it on the entire time, and it's going to be staying on your thighs, so above your kneecaps. We're going to hit up a crunch. We're going to hit up a squat jack. If you don't jump, that's fine. Just keep one leg moving at a time. You can also just squat. You don't have to squat jack. We're going to be doing a kneeling thrust, so that's the first time we'll grab one of our weights. From there, we're going to come up and do a deadlift. Then we're going to do a weighted glute bridge. From there, we're going to do that prone lift. Let me show you that real quick. That's something we don't normally do. It's just like a Superman, but you do not bring your upper body up off the ground. So if you need your little cushion, set it underneath your hip bones, underneath that pelvis. Your head's going to rest in front of you, put tension on your band, and then you're going to lift up through those glutes. So making sure that you're not grabbing too much low back. So you can also just lift and hold. Okay, so it's for those gluteus, hamstrings. From there, we're going to do our bear taps. Hands right underneath shoulders and knees right underneath hips. Curl those toes under. You're going to take your opposite knee and hand together. So always trying to keep tension on your band. So we're going to get into our abductors, which is the outer side of the glute. And then we're going to do a wall sit. And that's our round. We're going to go for 3. So starting off with crunches. The beauty of a long timer. Ready, set. Oh, if you don't crunch, you can stay here and still hit up your dead bug, even with your band on. It's totally fine. The beauty of a timed crunch is that we don't need to worry about our pace. Even still, clients that I've been working with for a year, seems like they still haven't figured out. Concentrated crunch is all about flexion and heat, building your best heat. It's not about speed or pace. So here we want to try to keep our glutes out of the equation as far as underneath. I have a little tension on the abductors because the band is pushing apart, but the head rests in the hands. Inhale as you drop down, but really make sure that you're not letting go of your flexion. And then try to build from deep inside that interior core. It's so important. You got to keep that flexion tight, inner contraction. And time. Easy enough start. All right, come on up. We're going to go into our little squat jack. So you're going to find your squat and then jump in and out. Otherwise, you can just squat or you can tap and tap. All right. Here we go. 1 minute. Lock into the core. Doesn't need to be too extreme or intense as far as pace. I just want you to feel those glutes and get the heart rate up a teeny bit. Line your knees and toes. Contract your core. Connect with the body. What are you feeling? What's going on? Appreciate those legs and all that they can do for you. Try to stay in that squat position. Tighten the core. We're going to get a break, so just keep it up. Time. All right. Kneeling thrust. Come on down. Tuck your feet underneath. Grab one weight. I'm going to use a 25-pound dumbbell here, single. Hinge back. Tuck the belly in. And then flex up. So, lots of core. Nice tall chest. But then focus those glutes a little wider here. There it is. Find that flexion. Hinge, very similar to your deadlift. Have to contract that core. Protect your low back. Get those hips to tuck under. Stacked right underneath shoulders. We built that core flexion. There's our time. And we need to keep that going through all the other sets. Okay, deadlifts are next. Deadlifts are one of the most difficult exercises to get exactly right while being such a simple move. You're just leaning forward and standing up. However, you have to get the body in place, the back flat. You do that by shifting your hips back, but you've got to kind of definitely have to keep the core to watch your pelvis, because what will happen is the tailbone will wink up, and then that puts too much pressure on your low back. Open that chest. This is how you hinge forward and lift up something heavy. Your case of water, a box of books, moving the couch, whatever it is. This is how it happens. Focus both directions. Get into those legs. Core and time. All right, lie on your back. We're going to do our weighted glute bridge. So, can be a little awkward, but try to figure out how to get those weights up on your thighs. Belly strong. Remember, make sure you're not over. Here we go. Push up and then slide down. Make sure you're not over pushing the hips. Just like we did, or we're chatting about with our deadlifts. You got to keep that neutral pelvis. Whew. Wrap that belly. Keep tension on your band. Flex into the core. And then feel those glutes. Just barely a little tap, little kiss with your booty. You kind of relax that flexion of the butt, but keep your core locked. And then you re-squeeze those glutes to get them to the top. Time. All right. Whew, let's see, what have we got next? Our prone lift. So flip it over. If you need cushion, grab it. Set that pelvis. Put tension on your band and go. You have to keep the belly strong. Slide those shoulder blades down. Tension on that band. You've got it. Take your brain to the butt. Those glutes are what's lifting. We use a lot of other leg muscles, a lot of quad and hip flexor, and don't know how to activate the glutes. So we need to really focus there. It's going to service us in life. Help that back again. Stay happy. Check in with your core right now. Find that lock. Belly button pulls back toward your spine. Woo. Time. Man. Okay. Felt that right where I wanted. We have our bear taps. So spread those fingertips wide. Shoulders over the wrists. Knees under the toes. Lift the knees barely off the ground. Here we go. Tap your hand and knee together. Again, don't just have the movement. Don't rely on the movement to get into your core. You have to flex it and grab it just like you would in a plank or a crunch. Hopefully you do that in a plank or a crunch. Check in, keep that tension on your band as your legs come back, shins parallel to the ground. Pull those knees, 20 seconds to go. We got it. We got it. Tighten the belly. and time. All right, all we have left is our wall sit, and then we're back to the top. Whew. Okay, get set. 5 seconds to go. You want to get your knees right on top of the ankles, and we're on. Tension on your band. Drive your upper back into the wall, your head, the hips, and see if you can push your low back toward the wall as well. This is also a good indicator of how your spine alignment is. Keeps you going. Again, that low back health. I know I'm talking about it a lot. I have a good handful in-person clients right now that are really trying to work on their backs. And a lot of it, well, all of it, it starts with your core, pelvic floor, those low abdominals, and finding that flexion under the rib cage throughout every exercise. Dig into the heels, find those hamstrings. We made it. All right, back to the ground. Nothing too intense, but I'm definitely feeling my legs and glutes, definitely glutes. Okay, crunches first. Rest your head in the hands. Push your low back into the ground, and then crunch. Chin tucks in. We're fighting gravity on the way back down. I want you to feel that. Feel like your rectus abdominis, which are on either side of your belly button, feel like they're folding together as you crunch up. So we have the tendency to just have the abdomen protrude, right? So we have a little line of poof at the top where your belly button is. Instead, try to scoop it. Get away from that top of the loaf of bread look as you crunch. Think about what you're doing. Don't just count down the minute. And time. All right, we have our squat jack set. Let's take a little second, hinge over those legs. Right hip and left hip kind of hinge. Okay, contract that core. Ready, sit in your squat and go. Think about what you're feeling. Pull from those hips. Make sure it's not just your feet coming wide. We should be feeling the glutes here, the core, and a little bit of heart rate. Halfway. 30 seconds to go. Pull from those glutes. Check in with your core. Try to sit deep. If as you fatigue, you're struggling to get the knees wide, just don't go quite as wide. But you got to keep your knees 3 seconds with the toes. Ooh. Okay, kneeling thrust, and then deadlifts. Okay, get those knees wide. Tuck in here. Feel the core. Feel those glutes. You have to connect the brain to what you want to work, what you want to feel here. Make little adjustments and see what you can find. You've got it. 20 seconds left. Again, that core. As you hinge forward, see how much belly you can find. As you push up, keep that. See how much glute you can find. Time. Back to our deadlifts. Okay, knees line with toes. Get that little opening grip through those heels. So knees are always kind of pulling toward the pinky toe side of the foot. Focus the core. Make sure your upper back stays super flat. Can you feel your belly button tuck up and back, especially right here when you're in the furthest forward point? Remember, if you feel your low back, we need to focus on the core. Lighten your weight. Don't go as far, so less range, and focus the core. Your glutes and hamstrings will catch up, I promise. Set at the top without over pushing. Time. Whew. Okay. Weighted bridge, then our prone lift. Toughest part here. It's getting those weights set. Tension on your band. Here we go. Find your core, and then hit those glutes. Hold a split second at the top. It's adding up, friends, for sure. At the top of your press, feel like your tailbone is pointing right at the back of the knees. You should feel the glutes more than anything else. Definitely more than quads. And even more than your hamstrings. Time. You're going to feel the hamstrings. We're going to feel those glutes more than the hamstrings. All right. Here we go. We're going to do our prone lifts. Prone leg lifts. Find your core and then lift those legs. You have to have a strong core. Make sure that your low back is protected. Keep pulling those toes apart, the thighs apart, put pressure on your band. Connect with where you want to feel the burn. Check in with your neck. Make sure you're not holding tension in your neck. My legs are getting shaky. That's good. 10 seconds. Time. Whew. Okay, take a little child's pose. Bear taps and wall sit. Okay. 4 seconds. Go ahead and get your bear and go. Tilted a little bit much on that first one. Set in. Feel the shoulder blades drop down towards your hips, right? Back pockets. So make sure you're not collapsing into the shoulders, but press up through that back. Find support through the back and the core. 20 seconds to go. Small little move. Should be feeling it. In the core, that is. Definitely feel my thighs also. Whoop. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Come on up. We have our wall sit, and then we're back to the top. Final round. Slowing down and checking in. That's what today's about. Ready and go. We need to get good at connecting with the body, noticing what we're feeling. It's the fun of being on a timer and holding positions, holding poses. Check in, make little adjustments. I'm going to try widening my feet. Oh boy. We got it. Where's your core? Where's that rib cage? Tailbone, pelvis. Envision you're trying to knock the wall over. Second round, definitely been more heat. So that's good. I'm excited for the third. 3, 2, and 1. Oh, okay, friends. Lie down. Take a quick knee tuck, and then we're back at our crunch. Okay. Feet on the ground. Rest the head in the hands. Go ahead and push your low back onto the ground. Make sure the glutes, and go. Make sure those glutes are relaxed. Chin stays tucked in. Call these a concentrated crunch because you should be concentrating on the heat, on the flexion. You're not relaxing as you lower. The reason we exhale as we lift is because you can get a better internal lock. As you exhale completely, you get those deep interior core muscles. That's what we're going for. As everything crunches together. Woo! Oh, I could do those all day if I didn't check in. But man, if you think about it, it burns. Here we go. Squat jacks. 1 minute. Get that squat. Remember our knees. Jump with those knees coming wide. The last time for each set, for each exercise. So make it count. Lock that core. Come on, keep pushing. Oh, whew, 10 seconds left. We got it. Time. Oh. Come on, booty. Okay, we're gonna do our kneeling thrust. You got to make this one work for you. Core, butt, back. Find some grit. Get that flex. Build your oomph. 25 seconds to go. Lock into that core. Flex into that booty. Time. As you build strength and endurance and know how to flex, what seems easy, you can make tough. But it's up to you. You have to do the work. Here we go, deadlifts. But if you can find the toughest way to get where you're going in your workout, then in real life, you can go all day. Feel that pull on the hamstrings, then dig through the heels to get those glutes, push you all the way to the top. Set into it. Tension on that band. Now the next time that we hit up deadlifts or any of this stuff without a band, envision there's our time that you have that band on. Okay. Oh, I'm going to need those. We have our weighted glute bridge. And go. Nice work. Stay with it. Scan the body. Find the heat where you want it. Woo! Come on, dig in. Keep tension on your band. Yes, come on. Time. Okay. Those prone leg lifts. And get that shake going. 3, 2, and 1. 5, 6. I don't know why I'm counting. That's it. Keep tension on that band. My legs are wanting to slide closer. Fight it. Hold that core strong. Engage the belly. Slide the shoulder blades down. Oh my goodness. time. Okay, bear taps and our wall sit. Yep, we got it all. Remember, your bear taps are for your core. Here we go. Tighten that belly. Check in that band. Make sure the tension staying on it. Body's going to want to start to compensate more. We're just over halfway. Try to keep your hips as level as possible. Knees underneath the hips as much as possible. Shins parallel to the ground. Time. It's a deep digger. Whew. 4 seconds. Find your position. Make sure your hips are right at knee height. Thighs should be parallel to the ground. Let's focus on our breath a second. Well, 40 seconds. Find that core. Glutes, hamstrings, inner outer thighs. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay. Lie on the ground on your back. We're going to start with our figure 4. Stretch. Keep your band close by. We'll use it to help us stretch. So start with your right ankle over the left knee. Just push the right knee away from you. You can kind of let it bob if you'd like, kind of bounce a little. Just double check hip flexors. Okay, and then bring your legs up. Take your hands around your left leg only. Interlace your hands around your left thigh. Now flex both feet. Tuck your legs straight into the chest. So make sure you didn't start twisting. So you kind of have to pull the right hip back, left hip forward, and then dig your right elbow into that right inner thigh. Keep your pelvis and low back pressing into the ground. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Okay, take your band, see if you can get it around your foot, left foot. And then keep your leg crossed over, that right leg, and then just pull with that band the leg back. You may be way out here. That's okay. Try to get that left leg straight. This feels so good. I figured today would be a slow burn. Digging deep. Putting the body under load, but also lots of isometric flexion. Okay, release there. And then let's do the same thing on the other side. Left ankle over the right knee. Oh, start with your right foot on the ground. We'll do that again. Left knee pushes away a few times. Interlace your hands around your right thigh. Flex both feet. I appreciate the feedback as always. I've definitely been hearing from a few of you that you're surprised at the burn, and the heat, and the work, the intensity that builds on just, 10 rep days, 2 sets. But that is so awesome. That totally means that you're really connecting with what you're doing. And that's what I wanted to do. I kind of use each 12-week session time/name to think about purpose, a deeper purpose, clarifying purpose. All right, put your band around that right foot so that we can kind of have a mantra for the 12 weeks. This one, our form and function, really want to focus on form, because when you get your form right and flex into the muscle, each direction of the move, you've found how you can build more heat. You're not going to be injured. Your low back's going to feel better. And then function, if we can get all that in place, you will function together. You will function better day to day. And that's what we're after. Fitting into your pants better is great. Looking good in your Christmas picture is great. But really feeling awesome and functioning well. All right, release that is really what we're here for. All right, reach your arms way behind, legs way out in front. Take a couple deep breaths here. Inhales and exhales. Want to build lifestyle patterns. Tuck your chin. Roll the body up. We're going to reach over those legs. Longevity is great, but vitality is very, very important as well. Hopefully, you don't dread these sessions, but rather enjoy a nice quick burst to get you feeling strong, energetic, spry, mobile, flexible. All right. Good work, friends. I will see you tomorrow for our back set. In the meantime, enjoy those legs.